This is my video for Piaget stages of cognitive development. This is my dog Memphis, who will be helping us illustrate the stages. So yeah, let's get started. In stage 1, infants from birth to nearly 2 years of age are in the sensory motor stage. In this stage, they are experiencing the world through their senses and their actions. Phenomenons like object permanence and stranger anxiety exist in this stage. To illustrate object permanence, we're going to do a small experiment with my dog Memphis. We're going to place his toy, Bunny, in the middle of the floor where it's easily visible for him to see. Using his senses, he will then go get his toy. Then we are going to partially cover his toy with a blanket so only part of it is visible, and we will then release him to go see if he can get his toy. Lastly, we will cover the toy completely, release him into the living room, and see if he can find his toy using just his senses. If he cannot, then he is still experiencing object permanence, meaning objects do not exist outside of his visual senses. Go get your toy! So Memphis had no trouble getting his toy when it was clearly visible in the middle of the floor. Now we are going to cover it partially, release him back into the room, and see if he can find it when it's partially visible. Go find your toy! Oh, good boy! Good boy. So he was still able to find his toy even when it was partially visible. Now we are going to cover it completely and see if he can find it then, using just his senses. Go find your toy! Oh, good boy! Good boy. So he was still able to find his toy even when it was partially visible. Now we are going to cover it completely and see if he can find it then, using just his senses. The bunny is completely hidden under the blanket, and Memphis is in the dining room where he cannot see the blanket or the bunny. Memphis, go get your toy! Where is it? Where's your bunny? Do you see it? Where's your bunny? Where's your bunny? Where is it? Memphis is on the trail using his senses to help him find it, but since the bunny is covered, he's not quite sure where it is. Where is it? Can you find it? We'll give him a couple more seconds to look before throwing in the towel. No? You don't know where it is? No? It's funny that he's sniffing the fireplace because it was in the fireplace earlier today. Alright, pause. The other developmental phenomena in stage 1 is stranger anxiety, where an infant experiences separation anxiety from their primary caregivers. We are going to illustrate this with Memphis. We're going to do work. We're doing work. We're doing work. What? Where'd they go? Okay, cut it. Memphis, under the guise of going to do work, has been left behind by his primary caregiver and won't stop looking at the door. It's been 10 minutes since we first saw them leave, and he's still standing at the door. Eventually, he will calm down and he will go back to his toys and to his bed, but he does this every time my mom leaves. In stage 2, or TWOF, of Piaget's cognitive development, Piaget states that imagination and intuition are strong, representing things with words and images, but lacking logical reasoning. This stage is called pre-operational and exists from the years of 2 years old to 6 years old. Pretend play, egocentrism, and language development are the developmental phenomena that occur in this stage. In this stage, we have Memphis doing pretend play where he's dressed up like a leprechaun. Stage 3, rhymes with eat or treat, of Piaget's cognitive development states that time, space, and quantity are understood, but not as individual concepts. Children in this stage can think logically about concrete events, but they can't think about them individually. During this stage, children are usually from the ages of 7 to 11 years of age. Developmental phenomena are considered conservation and mathematical transformations. The last and final stage of Piaget's developmental theories is the formal operational stage, and this is where theoretical, hypothetical, and counterfactual thinking, abstract logic, and reasoning occur. Concepts learned in one context can be applied to another. The formal operational stage occurs from 12 years of age to well into adulthood, and the developmental phenomena that occur in this stage are abstract logic and potential for moral reasoning. The end.